Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is spoopy season, and I'm not really like a big Halloween makeup person. I really like never have been. I do, my style of makeup is very glam. It's very, traditional, I guess you could say. I've never really been like a Halloween makeup kind of person, but I've been trying to. I posted a couple, no, at this point it might have been a couple, but I posted a couple things on my Instagram. And I've been trying to play with it a little bit more. I've been trying to be a little bit more festive with it because Halloween is fun. I think as an adult, you kind of lose track of that. But I'm trying to kind of get back into it. So I have a lot of Halloween makeup. I have some, of course, Ioni Cosmetics launched a whole like Halloween collection. Wet n Wild always does Halloween. I feel like they're kind of like the brand for Halloween. And I just have a lot of stuff here that I want to like play with. Look at this like sponge set. Isn't that so cute from Ioni? Love that. So, like the little calavera in the back. Isn't that so cute? This is technically for Dia de los Muertos, but I mean, sugar skull. So actually, what I wanted to do today was kind of like a, a basic like half skull kind of. And I'm going to be using like a lot of these products because why not? So if you want to see the look that I create using all of these products, then keep on watching. I know I think I'm going to do half of my right half as the sugar skull because that's like my good side. I have, of course, this Wet n Wild like Fantasy Makers paint pot thing. I think I'm just going to end up doing my whole half face with this, but I kind of want to sketch it out, I guess. So I have this Wet n Wild kohl pencil because I don't know if I want it to be like a straight line. This whole part will be white, of course. My skin is prepped already. I didn't use a primer because I don't think we really need to for this look. So, plus I used this for my Instagram picture where I did like the wing spiderweb situation, but I've never actually tried this on my face, so I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like. It is a very but it is like creamy and it looks opaque. Okay, I have to block my brow off and I don't have glue. I know this isn't dry, so I know I can just put this, you have to powder this. I figured that out in my picture, but I don't have like a glue stick or anything, so I've seen people use just like brow gel, so I'm gonna use Anastasia Brow Freeze and just do it that way. I'm gonna kind of I used this last time and I liked how it looked. It's kind of one of those old school like brushes, but I picked up the Brow Freeze with this and it picks up a lot, so I think I'm gonna need a lot to block this out. So I'm just going to, I have been watching Izzy'Mael for a couple years now, and I feel like I picked up a tip or two from her.
Look at the material.
But I think once you execute it yourself, it's a little bit different. So now I'm just going in and I'm laying it, literally on my face. And it looks pretty stuck. I'm just gonna go in with I still have product left on here, so I'm gonna go in and that's pretty flat if you ask me. I know Trixie always goes in with a powder foundation. So I'm gonna take my Jaclyn translucent powder. So it's translucent, but it it has a little bit of an opaqueness to it. I'm gonna take it just on a dry sponge. I'm gonna pick up just a lot, Okay, so it is set, so should be easy to cover. I am gonna do this whole part black anyway, so that might have been pointless, but either way, let's just go in, shall we? Hey, I don't want to ruin any of my brushes. I'm gonna take this It Cosmetics, this heavenly, I say I don't want to ruin any of my brushes and I grab one of my expensive brushes, but yeah, it's white, so I can't do too much harm, can it? So I'm just gonna pick up some product. just go in. So this is clean to my dry patches, which is amazing. I love that for me. Part of this that is proving to be a little bit challenging is my beard, because I obviously did not shave clean because I was not going to do that for a video, because it would have been, I would have looked like a bald alien until it grew back, so I was not going to do that. I feel like a sponge would do a little bit of a better job. I'm gonna use this sponge that I got at Dollar Tree that I don't care a lot about ruining, because that is not the move. I'm gonna dampen this really quickly, so give me just 1 second. Okay, so we have a damp sponge. So I'm gonna take, oh yeah, that is looking already much better. Okay, so I have my face pretty much how I want it. I do feel like in some places it's getting a little bit patchy because I'm layering too much, so I'm gonna kind of just set this all. I don't know what the best method to set this with, so I'm just gonna take my Anastasia loose powder. It is, I mean, it's white, but it's translucent, so I just don't want this to get like a weird cast or anything. And I think I'm just gonna take my Laura Mercier puff and just kind of stamp like my skin with it. Do a little bit of this action, like put the whole thing in. I'm gonna lightly press this. And I know for a fact that you have to set this because it will not dry unless you do. So I'm going to make sure and just like, okay, that's starting to feel a little bit dry. I'm just gonna go into like every cranny that I can. Okay, so everything feels set. So this is a Wet n Wild contour palette. This is of course made for kind of stuff like this, kind of more SFX, because I of course have the regular one. This is in Caramel Toffee, so it has the bronzer side and the, you know, banana brightening side. But for this instance, this of course will not work. So I bought this one. This is in the shade Zombie Apocalypse, which is, I mean, fitting. So this is definitely more, you know, SFX kind of thing, more fantasy. Well, that's why this, all of Wet n Wild's like Halloween stuff is called Fantasy Maker, which is pretty spot on. So it has the white for brightening and the gray for shading. So oh, that's actually opaque. So I'm gonna take this on I'm gonna take it on this really stiff Tarte brush. This is like made for foundation. So I'm gonna dip into the like white side of this, and I'm gonna press this everywhere just to give that extra set. And it did look like this had pigment to it, so it'll give that extra layer of coverage. And I want to use this stiff brush so I can like press really firm and not move anything around if, you know, I didn't set everything correctly with the initial set in the beginning. So that did a really good job of setting everything. Now I'm gonna go in and use, sorry, I'm just like I'm trying this thing where I put stuff away as I go, so I'm not like doing this huge cleanup after I'm done filming. Next, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use the black around my eye. I'm first going to kind of just like take a flat brush and I'm gonna sketch out. So I'm just like saturating this brush. Okay, so actually after thinking that out, I think I'm gonna take a pencil eyeliner first. This is the Clinique Quickliner Intense in Intense Ebony. And I'm gonna start by sketching out. Alrighty, so that's kind of what the general shape I want is. Cool. So now that I have that sketched out, I can just go in and kind of fill. So I'm not exactly sure if this is like inside the eye safe. So I'm gonna take that Clinique liner and put that inside of my waterline instead of the Wet n Wild. Before that starts to do anything weird, I'm gonna set it all with black shadow. I don't have a huge black shadow anyway, and one of my favorite black shadows is Temptress from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Volume 2 palette, of course. I think I'm just gonna take the same Tarte brush that we used earlier, and I'm just going to kind of give it a little bit of a wipe down. Going to pick up the black shadow. I'm gonna saturate the whole brush. There's no unevenness. Press, press, press everything. I swear this black is like the best black I've ever used. Bronze and contour. Wet n Wild knew what they were doing with this because this is the perfect shade to add dimension. This honestly feels like a contour powder. It doesn't feel like an eyeshadow or anything. It's definitely blending out the way like the bronzer would, if you will. I'm just adding a little bit of depth right in here. Forehead, because why not? Okay, I love this. Is honestly so good. And I mean, something like this will last you forever, because if you're only using this, you know, once a year, it's gonna last forever. I'm gonna take this little detail brush and of course mix it into the black. And I'm going to, I don't know, I think I'm gonna start making like the rest of the face. I'm gonna have black lips. Actually, I think, so with this, I think this is a very like go as you go kind of look. So I'm gonna actually first do the lips first. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Longwear Lip Pencil in Perversion. Now, a lot of you might not know that Urban Decay made a lip pencil in black, and they did back in the day, and I don't believe they do anymore. So I'm just gonna give this a good little sharpen. Of course, you could always just use eyeliner or anything like that, but this is an actual lip pencil, so I mean, why not? So of course I'm gonna line my lips with this. I have a black liquid lipstick from Ioni Cosmetics. This is the Classic Horror Queens liquid lipstick in Miss Invisible. So this is like the, I don't know if you can see like the actual like packaging to it, but it's pretty cool. So I did use, again, I keep referencing this Instagram picture because that's the only reference I have. And the Instagram picture that I used, I did use the LA Colors lipstick in black. This is a bullet lipstick, as you can see here. And it worked really well, but since I have another formula, I would love to try. Now, there isn't that many black liquid lipsticks in the community. Well, KBD Vegan Beauty used to have Witches. Now it's called something else. I'll shoot up on the screen here. Fenty Beauty has one, but it's out of stock. Of course, Jeffree Star Cosmetics has Weirdo. Not a lot of black lipsticks on the market, so whenever there is one, oh wow, that's like really black. Whenever there is one, I always get excited. Oh my god, this is really black. Now, you guys know I'm no stranger to Ioni Cosmetics makeup, and I have used their liquid lipsticks on this channel before, but this black though is really doing it. Now that I think about it, I feel like I could just do black lipstick for my entire look. So I'm gonna line the other side already, might as well. I'll have lips done already at this point, so why not? Okay, so if Ioni Cosmetics ever released this formula, like, because you guys know how Ioni Cosmetics is, you have to like go look for it. They don't have like a website, they're not in stores like Ulta or anything. So if they sold something like this that you could just buy, this would be a hit because it's so pigmented, it's so lightweight. Honestly, this is really good. I did the lines, I didn't want to draw teeth. I think I'm at a good stopping place where I want to do the other side. So I am going to do just the other side very quickly off camera, and I will be right back.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so things may have progressed since the last time we chatted. I decided to go into like this sugar skull kind of like vibe because I have these Ioni cosmetic lashes that I was gonna put on. And look at how cute that is. Like, isn't that so slay? And, you know, in the, I don't want to say Mexican culture, but I know like in Mexico we celebrate Dia de los Muertos. And it's all about sugar skulls. It's, you know, part of my culture. All of my family is from Mexico. I thought it was cute. I think I definitely took like a different route to it. I didn't like look up a tutorial or anything. This is kind of just like what I used from like memory. And I mean, it's cute. I could do a little bit of a better job like shading everything. I wanted to just like come back on camera and just be like, hey, what are you doing?
Hey. How y'all doing?
I'm at this point where I want to move on. So I'm going to throw a lash on and kind of do a little bit of like editing on some things. But I just kind of wanted to keep things updated. I am just going to finish, I like have bronzer on and I'm just going to finish the complexion because I do have some highlighters here. Some highlighters and blushes from Ioni Cosmetics. Yeah, so this is Creature Blush, Sea Rose. So it is kind of just like a muted rose color. Look at that imaging. Like that, the illustration on here is really like cute. I also have, oh, I have another. I guess this is all, I guess they're all Creature. This one's called Sea Peach, which is cute. Same illustration, kind of like the mermaid illustration. But this is definitely like a hot peach color. Then we have the Phantom. This is a face highlighter. And I think the shade is just called Glow. This is the image on that one. And then we have the Phantom again. This is like that viral, like hot pink blush. This is just called pink. I mean, we love simplicity in this household. We also have, this is the eyeliner pencil. This is the Mummy eyeliner pencil. And it is in purple, which goes with our theme today. So I am gonna use this. This is the Mummy Awakes purple eye crayon. So cute. I have a black and a blue one. So I'm gonna use that, but actually let's go ahead and use that. I'm gonna put this into the waterline because I don't have anything in my waterline yet. So this is a pretty stiff pencil. I'm just gonna warm this up really quickly on the back of my hand. As you can see, it does have really good pigment. Oh yeah, love the way that looks now. Oh yeah, this purple color is really pretty. Well, oh, this is cute. Like the little compact has the illustration. Instead of a mirror, it has the illustration. And then it has this here. It says Classic Horror Queens. Cute. Love that. I'm gonna take this Ioni Cosmetics domed brush. And we are getting pigment. So we do have pigment. Okay, so that is very soft. Okay, there we go. It is very buildable, just like it said. Okay, yeah. Okay, love that. I stand corrected. I do stand. And then I am gonna use the Phantom highlighter that comes in here. This is in the shade Glow again. Cute. Yeah, so same illustration here. And then, okay, so I just dropped it. Cute. Anyway, I'm just gonna take the same Ioni brush, kind of. I don't know how much pigment this has, so I'm just going to. Ooh, it is kind of dusty. Okay, it is very soft, but I mean, we have a glow. Oh, wait, on camera that really shows up. In person, it's not like giving, but on camera, I can really see the glow. So cute. I don't really have like a white highlighter per se. So I do have the LA Colors Loose Shimmer. I know we did use this in another video already. Alright, so I'm going to take the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Shadow in Snow White on this JH33 brush. I'm just going to get that nice and coated in there. And, oh, there you go. Yeah, that's reading, right? I don't know if that's reading like it should, but I hope it is, because it's pretty. I'm not really highlighting anywhere else, I guess, because I don't have brows. I'll just highlight on top of my brow. I'm just gonna create like half a nose real quick, so I'm gonna. Okay, so I added a nose, kind of. I don't know if that's right, but we're just gonna leave it. So there's a few things I did want to do just like on camera. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go do like lashes and stuff off camera, and I'll be right back.
Much later.
Okay, so it has been several minutes later, and we have come to this. So I did a little bit more shading around the eye area. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening that I did. I cleaned up some of the white, added more shadow. There's, of course, I have lashes on. We did a lot in the short time frame. Well, actually, it was a short time frame for y'all. It was actually a whole, like, 45 minutes for me. So, I like where we're at. I like where we've ended. I am feeling like, since we have so much powder packed on, I just want to take some Fix Plus, of course, and kind of just... yeah. And kind of just melt some stuff together because... okay, yeah. I think that was good. Just like a refresh, you know? Okay, so I love the way this looks. I mean... is this creative? No. Is this original? No. Again, I'm doing things because I want to. This is my channel and I'm having fun. So, whatever you want to take from that, you can take from that. But, I don't know. I think I would have not done with this so much and just focused on this a little bit more. I don't know. We went in like 4 different directions than we like anticipated to. And you know what? That's what makeup is about sometimes anyway. But I had a lot of fun. I still, like, I'm looking at it and I do love, you know, the way it looks still. It's just fun, you know? It's just makeup. I'm just, like, out here just having a little bit of fun with some makeup. Especially since I never do anything like this. So, something like this, like, getting out of my comfort zone is really fun. It kind of looks like an eggplant. But, you know, whatever. I think I'm definitely going to wrap up the video here. But... I think we have some staples for sure. Now, this Wet n Wild contour palette, so good. So pigmented, really came in clutch. I think I can use this for so many different things in this sense and like a more like Halloween-y kind of sense. The Ioni liquid lipstick. Now, this is amazing. Of course, you guys know Ioni is in select Dollar Trees. I don't know if this collection is in 99-cent stores. That's also where you can find Ioni Cosmetics. But if you can find this, get this. This is such a good buy on its own. I also love the eyeliner. Now, it is in my waterline and it has not moved. So, yay for that. Of course, I already know I stan the Wet n Wild Fantasy Maker paint pots. And, I mean, I think everything we tried today was a winner. Like, the blush... so pretty, so like soft and ethereal. The highlighter is a little bit chalky, but what are you gonna do? It's literally $1, so I mean, I literally can't be mad at it. The lashes that I'm wearing are the Day of the Dead Pia Ultimate Cluster. That is what the name on the little box is. So that's the lash I have on. I have it on both eyes, but of course you know you can't see that one, but it's there. I love the way this looks. I'm very happy with the way this came out. I loved that I challenged myself in something other than just doing, you know, glam makeup. I mean, realistically, this is probably going to be, like, the only, like, Halloween-y type video that I post on the channel. Anyway, I will be posting a couple more things to my Instagram. And that's about it. But, you know, at least we had fun while we were here, right? That's all it's about. So... I'm just gonna end it here. Tell me, I don't know. Do you love this? Do you hate this? Tell me down below. Comment down below. Literally tell me whatever you want. I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing this. It literally took me like... I mean, I've been filming for a good like 2.5 hours. So, either way, payoff, mediocre. But, was it fun? Yes. So, that's all I can chalk it up to. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Go ahead and give it a big like. And happy Halloween! And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.